back to the ETF Inspector. It's Thursday, May 15th, and this is the video for a handful of the YieldMax option income strategy ETFs. AMDY is one of them, also known as the covered call ETFs. So before I get started, I just want to mention on X now, again, right, ETF Inspector, or at ETF_Inspector1. I give a heads up when videos are premiering, and I'll repost things like YieldMax ETFs mentioning which funds are getting ready to pay out, what the payouts are, all that good stuff. All right, just finished the ALTY video, so that's up and live, and we're making the other video now. Let's see, big picture. It was a pretty red day in the market, down almost across the board. As far as these funds, AMDY, AMZY, APLY, FBY, GOOY, MSFO, and NFLY. The last two were the only ones in the green, and really, I mean, that's not green, it's just unchanged. So, big picture, you know, our funds didn't lose as much as the stock did, right? 1.89 compared to a loss of 2.32, 1.55 compared to 2.42. Basically the same for Apple, basically the same for Meta. Only lost about a quarter of what Google lost with GOOY. Unchanged on MSFO, so didn't do as well as the stock. And 2.3 compared to 2.09%. So the funds did rather well, considering the day that the underlying stocks had. All right, we went on to YieldMax's website, downloaded all the trades, scrolled through them, picked out the ones that were for us: APLY, AMZY, FBY, NFLY, and AMDY. Those were all the ones that apply to this video. So real quick, right before I get started, I'm just curious, out of these funds, what are you guys holding, right? These videos are obviously getting a whole lot less views than the ALTY video. Doesn't seem like it's gaining a lot of traction, so I'm just wondering if there's not a lot of people that are actually invested in these funds. So if I've got nobody watching that's in some of these funds, then I can take them out. I can make the videos shorter, so that you're only seeing what you want to see, and I can do a lot less homework. But if you like it, if you're in it and you want to see it, then I'll keep going. I did see something where they were saying Defiance is like the leader in these. I went over and checked out the Defiance. They have nowhere near as many funds. They have nowhere near as much money in the funds. And I don't know. Wasn't impressed. I thought maybe I should go pick up something else to cover. And when I looked, I came running right back to YieldMax. So, okay, AMDY. We'll look at the trades first. They had a handful of trades, basically closed out. Let me back up a second. So they, in these funds, they don't actually own the stock. They create what's called a synthetic. So they have a synthetic at $110 out till July 18th. Well, not a synthetic. They have 12,855 of them. And then from there, they sell calls and basically sell call spreads. I think all of them do. Maybe one of them might do something a little different. So if you're not familiar with a call spread, a credit call spread, or it would be considered a bear call spread in this case, you sell a call close to the money, and then you buy a call further out from the money, right? So sold it at 120 and 123, bought it at 125 and 128. So it's a $5 spread, and if the one you buy is basically an insurance policy, just in case the stock runs up through, you're not actually having to give up your shares if you had them, or close these out, or pay an infinite amount of money. It puts a cap on the amount you can lose each time. All right, and in this case, it's a $5 spread. So that $5 per contract would be the most they could lose on these. All right, so they closed out this week's 123, 128, and that was obviously a win. They closed it out for 9 cents and sold a new one for next week at 120, picking up 134 per share with 6,255 contracts, each contract worth 100 shares. An overall win or a net profit, we'll say, of $631,000 on the trading day for AMDY. Small thing to note, they picked up almost all the funds picked up another treasury bill for November of 2025. But we're not really concerned with what the treasuries are doing. We want to see what the options are doing. Stock is at $114.99, call it $115. So our synthetic's doing well. It's already worth $11 million. There was an increase in outstanding shares of 700,000, giving them more money to work with to make us more money. The price currently, so that was actually before the trade day. These can't be updated. This information all comes out in the morning. The trades all come up in the evening. So then after I do the video, then I update these the next morning. So they actually did close out the 123, 128 and sold new ones. Okay. Is there anything else we need to talk about? It's Group C, 13 days till its declaration. I think we're good. We'll try and keep this moving. AMZY, did they have any trades? They did. All right, so they closed out 6,000 contracts at $212.50. Closed out another 6,355 contracts at $212.50. So lots of closeouts at 12 cents and 11 cents. That means we won, right? And they sold the puts that went along with them, and then sold new contracts at 210 and 210. So they combined them. They got all these. So they just did it at different times. So they got $1.63 here and $1.89 here per share per contract. So nice win today for Amazon, AMZY, over $1.5 million profit in the trading on the day. This one seems like one of the safer ones. It seems to make pretty good money. I mean, Amazon's obviously not a stock that's going to suddenly crash on you. Also updated the 30-day IVs on all these funds. So 30.66%. AMDY was 39. That's your volatility, if you're not familiar. This is a $260 million fund over here with the AMZY, so it's a decent amount. Their synthetics at 185 with Amazon at 205. So again, that's worth a good amount of money, 33 million. And these are the contracts that they did close out. So this is nice, right? They started the day at $1.35, and they ended up getting to buy them back at 12 and 11 cents. So huge win. So the down day actually helped a lot. All right, no change in outstanding shares. We'll keep moving. APLY covers the Apple stock. Did they have any trades? They did. Okay, so it just looks like new money came into the fund. Maybe, we didn't show an increase in outstanding shares. So the other option is that they just used some of the money in their treasuries to get a little bit more. So they just picked up. All right, they have $212.50. Nope. So these are different, and they're out. So they actually added to their synthetic. So they're June 20th, 210. Is that what they're running? Yep, June 20th, 210. So now it'll be 55.70. And then they sold 215s and bought 22.50s for an overall not really big change. Lost $6,900. It's a $113 million fund with 8 million plus shares. Like we said, synthetics at 210, apples at 211, so we're pretty even. It's worth $1.8 million. And we'll see if they'll be closing these out tomorrow and rolling them. So with the stock dropping today of Amazon, that'll help. These will have gone down, obviously, because it is below. The stock price is below the strike price, so you had time decay along with the loss, so they'll be closing these out cheap unless Apple has a big day tomorrow. Meta stock and FBY covering it. Did they have trades? They did. All right, so they closed out their Friday spreads that are at 67 or 675 and 690. Again, these are a win. Only paid 17 cents to close them out. Sold the new ones for $6.16 per share. Nice win, almost $500,000 for FBY. It's $160 million. Sorry, hope I haven't been saying thousand every time. Dollar fund. And which one did they close out? I think we said they closed out the 675. So they'll be going after the 650 tomorrow. And the stock dropped. So again, they will drop in price too. So barring a large increase tomorrow, it's going to be another big win, closing out and rolling those positions as well. There's almost 10 million shares. And again, this won't update until tomorrow mornings. All these numbers come out, but I promise it'll be real close to the price of the fund, because it always is. 30-day IV's 36.21, and next week you'll be getting your declaration and your payout if you have FBY or anything else in Group B. All right. GOOY did not have any trades today. This was the one you're getting paid for this today, or tomorrow. Today was your X date, so you could sell it. You're getting your money tomorrow morning in your account. Okay. Google at 163. They have a synthetic at 160, so that's in the positive form. It's already worth $4.4 million. It's good till July, so they won't be closing that anytime soon. They did not trade these. So let's see. This 162.50 was in the money. It's still in the money, so it's going to cost to close it out. We'll get a little time decay. So if we get a down day tomorrow, that'll get cheaper. And they'll be closing these out too, right? Everything expires tomorrow, so we'll be talking about trades after tomorrow. It's a $108 million fund, and there was an increase in outstanding shares of 150,000, bringing it to an even 9 million. Moving on to Microsoft's fund. They did not have any trades today either. They're part of Group C. We've got 2 weeks until they declare. Let's see. 435 is their synthetic position. So that just means this is the same as owning the stock, right? But with a small difference is there's also time value in there too. That'd be considered extrinsic value. Intrinsic value is already, right? So if they've got, let's say they bought a call at 435, stock's at 453.13, so that means there is already intrinsic value of $18.13. So $18.13 of that is intrinsic value, because it's already worth that, and then the remaining of that is time value. So the rest of that would decay, but if the stock ended at 453, this number will not go below 1813. That's just the way options work if you weren't familiar. So right now, their synthetic position is worth $5.5 million. Again, we didn't have any trades. Let's see, they'll be closing these out tomorrow since they didn't do it today. 457.50 and 467, both are still looking good. So if everything stays the same, tomorrow they'll be closing these out for pennies. It'll be another win. So these individual funds they're doing a great job with these trades. Net assets 117 million, 6.7 million outstanding shares. And again, that NAV will get updated tomorrow, but it's obviously I think this is the stock. This one didn't move anyway. This was a 0%er. And last but not least, NFLY, covering Netflix. I think we finally got a trade for them. We did. But all it was adding to what they already have. So they added to their synthetic, right? The July 18th, 114 synthetic. They sold 20 contracts on the puts and they bought 20 contracts on the calls. That actually cost them more than they made. And then to go along with those, now that they had 20 more synthetic contracts, they sold 20 more credit spreads at 122 and 127.50 for roughly 15,000 win on that, but that's a over 110 loss. Big picture down, loss of 98,000 for the trading today for NFLY. For some reason they didn't show. I'm almost certain these are all expiring tomorrow. I don't know why. Every once in a while they don't actually put the full date. So, but we'll be seeing these get closed out tomorrow. They're real close to the money, which is helpful because even if it stayed the same, these numbers will drop drastically, right? 1170 from 11. Well, no, I mean that's gonna cost every bit of $7 because this one went up. That's right. Yeah. So these went up. So they're getting more painful. We need a down day tomorrow to close those out. But we will see. $138 million fund, 7.5 million outstanding shares. Synthetics worth about $2.5 million. And closing out those trades tomorrow is going to cost around $630, but we know that went up. So we will see. All right, again, please let me know in the comments just which one of these funds you have. If you're watching these videos, I imagine you have at least one of them or you're interested in buying them. So let me know what you're holding. Other than that, I'll give you the dad joke of the day. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Please like, subscribe, share. Right, I really appreciate it. We're up to 240 subscribers. And just in case anybody didn't know, right, when you take a look, if you were trying to make money off of YouTube videos, there's two levels. The first one's you're really not anything. So the realistic goal is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours before you ever even have the chance to start making your first penny. So that's the goal. That's the big picture. That's what we're shooting for. So thank you for watching. And dad joke of the day. Man, what screen was I on? What do you call a guy with no shins? Tony. Take a minute. It might not hit you right away. Well, my cousin's fiance's name is Tony, so my daughters love telling him that joke. All right, have a good night. Tomorrow's payday. Tomorrow's the last trading day of the week. So, and then we'll get into a nice weekend. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow.